Take one.
Hey guys, here it is, my first proper PvP video, and it's Immortal! Really enjoying Immortal at the moment. I am also still trying out different armor builds for this video. I stacked Endurance! I show stats and skill tree at the end. Please feel free to post comments, I will try to respond to them as fast as I can. Thank you again to everyone that posted in my last tanking topic.
Brothers, you missed the pop, you prick.
That's a nice end to the video.
Nice video! What is the helmet you are wearing?
Hey there, I think your editing is great. The video quality is excellent. Yes, and your jog action is great. Good stuff you captured. I've been a fan in the past, never really finished any of your videos, but I liked your work. This time, whoa man, what's up with the horrid music? Your video is like, what, 18 minutes long? I watched as long as it took to skip and search for better music. And none was to come. You gotta work on that in my opinion. Shorter the length and try to condense the focal points. The flick is very Dyer-esque there. I've never finished any of Dyer's videos either. And any fanboys would sit through the whole video on about his breath.
I'm thinking that's the Dread Seed helmet.
Awesome! You are right, and thanks!
I like it, you're good, not because you're using the right situational abilities at the right time, but because you don't waste time finishing people off, fight on roads, etc. You just watch yourself, we're wanted men. I have the death sentences on 12 systems. I'll be careful, and you'll be dead. I think I wasn't supposed to read that part, because that's a stupid fucking signature.
145. Use intimidate and roar on an enemy, then turn around and force push him, incorrectly, into the catwalk instead of the acid. If he had actually fallen into the acid, you have made it easier for him to get out the acid because you gave him full resolve. Also, during this time, you just kind of stand there around and do nothing. No damage. Well, well, it looks like you were there, waiting to be part of the ball. You should always be doing something to pressure the enemy.
You spam killing scream for no reason. There are no enemies near you. I understand this probably a habit, but it's actually rather a bad habit. Just because it's free doesn't mean you should waste the global cooldown on spamming it unnecessarily. I have a small willy. Even if enemies are nearly chilling scream, only needs to be applied or mixed into the rotation about every 3 or 4 abilities, unless you are trying to apply the slow to enemies that are newly entering the fray.
4:45 PM. Jumping while slowed. Contrarily to the popular belief, does not increase your speed. You travel at the same speed. The only time jumping helps when in acid is your initial jump over into the acid. Then once again, while getting out to rush, get to the middle or out of middle.
505 to 506.
Wanna go Wesley?
Yeah.
You failed to actually pass the hitbow correctly and missed the operative completely. No, he wasn't stealthed either. You had nearly no enemies on you and could have easily just walked away into the end zone. You also had Saber Reflect ready in case. Somehow, you got focus fired.
0-0 to 506. Entire hotball match. You weren't really up against any really skilled enemies. They constantly gave you jumping points to get to and failed to remove your allies, the possible NPC targets, from the catwalks. Hotball is all about control, and your enemies clearly did not understand that. No offense, but you really didn't exhibit any special skills or knowledge of your juggernaut thus far.
521. More spamming a chilling scream even though enemies aren't even near you until a few seconds later.
608 to 630. Literally all you do for 22 seconds, give or take about before 608 would spam chilling scream. Run back and forth, spam more chilling scream. Use intimidating roar, use more chilling scream. At this point you were capped out on rage, and then use force scream and threatening shout. Then more chilling scream. Finally at 629 you force push and then force sleep onto a guy. But you were capped out on rage for much a longer period than you should have been.
Side note, just because you're a tank does not mean you should maximize your damage in a war zone as much as possible. Part of this is because this will help you using control to burst. Well timed on targets. Another part of this is because nearly every single ability in an Immortal Juggernaut's arsenal is there to improve their defenses. Crushing Blow improves our damage reduction and allows immediate use of retaliation, which further improves our defense's chance for a small period of time.
9. 4 enemies versus 1 Juggernaut, and they can't kill you while running from west to east in a 4v1. Any situation with competent players will result in you getting liquefied fast. It's clear that the enemy players do not know how to properly DPS. You become a lone Juggernaut with no healing support in a 4v1 scenario. Should not survive that long against competent enemies.
My precious.
I honestly stopped watching about here. The amount of ignoraneous errors either by you or by your enemy doesn't really warrant the making of a PvP video. I'm not asking for action shots or compilations, but rather display skill or well-timed usage of abilities. That turn around clutch situations. I really don't condone another YouTube video of moderate skill since they're about a dime a dozen. I'm sorry if this comes out as harsh, but I'm merely pointing out flaws I saw in your play and giving you my opinion on them. This is coming from a Juggernaut who chose War Hero before I was gay. Power gains increase 115. PvP both is pure immortal, hybrid mortal vengeance, all the way up to 2.0. I'm taking pure immortal to tie being and 2.0 now. I'm gonna pass out.
Wow! That has to be the most pedantic reply to a post I've ever seen! At the end of the day, not every player is perfect. However, the way you reply to this post is like there is absolutely nothing at all good in that video. Which isn't the case. You're obviously the best tank in the world. Why don't you post a video displaying your amazing skills? Draco is an extremely shit tank. Having played with him for a while now, I know that I'm much better off with him than most other tanks. I should imagine whatever is said in response to your torrent or pedantic BS, you'll probably write another long and boring post about it. Delete.
Oh god, this is a really long one.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, really? Come on. After I got through the first part, I could not get my head around how someone can write this dribble. I'm not going to spend ages going through everything you wrote. It's all nonsense, so I'll pick my favorites. Pushing a
Doesn't
guy.
sound like me.
Yeah, it does. Pushing a guy into a catwalk. Dude, I CC'd more than one person, and I wanted a reset on my leap. And to clear the path for the pass. And that's what it's all the crap about falling. And pushing someone into the acid and making it easier for him to get out because I would have given him full resolve. Are you kidding me?
Spamming chilling scream. Why the hell you got a problem with me spamming chilling scream? Why would you not? Oh wait, because I wasted GCD on it. For real. I'll give a couple reasons why. Stealth class. Someone leap into me. All the stuff going on behind me I cannot see. And because there is no reason whatsoever to not spam it.
Good day, Governor. You had a problem with my jumping to the acid instead of walking? At this point, I knew you did not like me, and I was even starting to think that maybe we beat you off in a hut ball. And that's why you were bitter.
Beat off.
Beat you off.
Beat you off.
Well, you failed to actually pass the hot ball correctly and missed the objective completely. Lol, I passed the ball to my guildmate for loads for the very last goal, and they did not miss that goal. That was the one that ended the game.
No offense, but you didn't really exhibit any special skills or anything on your Juggernaut thus far. You know what? I don't even think you have a Juggernaut.
Yeah, it sounded like that when you were
Stop
it out.
there. Those were the best bits for me. Uncle Ost, sorry you did not like the music on this video, but I had to go with some non-copyrighted music so all the countries could watch the video. I think my last two vids, Germany could not watch them.
Pop Brothers, you nipple.
Oh.
AGS Thomas. Thanks, man.
I never said he was a bad tank, nor did I say I was the best. You that what the fuck was that? You said that which I was calling, putting words in my mouth. I just said from his PvP play, of which he is showcasing. I didn't see anything to write home about. By the way, you aren't even defending him. It's his video. If he posts the video online, he should expect feedback with positive and negative.
It's not like I'm pointing at flaws for the sake of pointing at flaws. I'm pointing at the flaws, and I even gave tips on how to improve. I gave specific points in the fight. That could have been done a lot better.
Ooh, I see 9x on the other side.
Position
Right.
on this is because I have to play the juggernaut. He won't respect for a very, very long time. Maybe I didn't should have got my response, but then again, I'm not your
Green
mother
bean is
either.
9x.
You want unconditional niceness? Go to your family.
Maybe Nish and Gosha are there as well.
If you're going to disagree or argue about something, at least do some dignity or modern or come up forethought. That doesn't require you to Google search your favorite word of the day. Read pandemic. P.S. Your response doesn't even rate ADH2.
Yeah, I don't even know who you are, yeah? I was just giving you advice, yeah? Maybe you didn't like it, but that's your choice, yeah? I play on Harbinger! Not any EU servers, so there's also that.
Oh shit, I got the ball.
And lastly, there's the fact that I live in the US, yeah? Tell me again, why would I play on EU
Not sure
server
we've got any healers.
when my ping would be most
No,
likely
we don't.
double or triple any other EU servers? Sorry, but point out the flaws.
I'm gonna
It's not
reset
that
the
I
ball.
like you slamming it, but it's unnecessary. I find
Yes,
all
I-
the reason I don't believe you're a juggernaut, which is the majority saying no, no, you. Ha! So yeah,
That-
I guess the scene of burning your life is with the people might disagree with your guys. The horror. Someone doesn't agree with you. Better respond them name calling. You.
You don't like to be spamming, it doesn't mean it's a flaw. Jumping through the acid pit won't go over. Do it, it does not make it flaw. There are no downsides to said actions. On the plus side, if that's what you could pick out of the video,
User
big
was moved
flaws,
out of your channel.
then I was
Only gonna score.
Well, I did not call you any names. Yes, please stop posting here. And that was circle.
Video was entertaining. Not being a fanboy of Jackals, I can say this. I managed to watch the whole video and was surprised at just how well he plays. Fast talking, fast executions. Word of the day? Pickle Weasel.
That sounded just like me. Dracul is a scrub. So many classic noob mistakes.
Lol. Thanks, man.
I like the music too. It's very epic. It sort of plays in my head. When I enter a war zone, I'm so awesome. Smiley face.